We're coming at 2 to go here. 3 to go? 3 to go. I mean, shit happens all the time, you know? It's coming up. Okay. Want me to go? Jared Hayes leading the field down and back straightaway, coming to the white flag. The man looking to pull the upset here at Kansas is Cody Mitchell in the 44 in second, with Jordan Ruby running third. Less than a second separate them, but it's Jared Hayes with the biggest advantage from first to second, a half-second gap as they cross the line. White flag in there for the 46 machine. What?
Are you ready to take your Twitch and Discord experience to the next level? Introducing Easy Daybot, your ultimate bot for seamless interaction.
Going a lap down, got an EOL penalty very late in the run, does not make the playoffs, only has 11 laps led the season, doesn't even have a top 5, but he's going through turn 3 and 4, and for the first time this season, Jared Hayes will be a Tier 1 Truck Series winner. What a run, what a race. Best finish coming into the night was a 6th place finish at Lucas Oil last week and a 7th place at Auto Club. But the driver from Omaha, Nebraska, the driver who needs to zoom out on his camera and maybe talk to his barber a little bit, it's Jared Hayes getting the job done in the Superflow 46. We haven't talked to him all season, doesn't have a top 5, but when you're going to sit here and take it to the best of the best that Tier 1 racing has to offer, and you come out on top, that is something to be proud of, something to be excited about, and Jared Hayes is going to celebrate this win with a spin through the grass. Same way I think he started this race, ironically. Cody Mitchell and Jordan Berube round out your top 3. What a podium indeed. So we'll pull up the results here and give a full rundown. So, like we just mentioned, Jared Hayes, Cody Mitchell, Jordan Berube, your top 3. What a crazy top 3. We didn't talk about most of these guys unless they were involved in a wreck, and I think a bit of tire strategy came into effect there, and it's those 3 coming out on top. Greg Wood there in 4th, Jeff Nair in a big point stay for that 19 machine. Bill Sleep, talk about another career day for another driver. It's Bill Sleep getting that 6th place finish here tonight, adding on to his 4th top 10. So it actually ties his best finish they got at Talladega a couple of weeks ago. Josh Madigan there rebounds to 7th place after getting spun late by Dakota Ramsey, who finishes 8th. Matt Erickson in 9th, and Christopher Cash rounds out your top 10 after going a lap down, multiple laps down, after starting the race off with a wreck. Eddie Baker in 11th, and will be the last driver on the lead lap. Kevin Coleman, Wes Fuller, Caleb Collins, Ricky Gonzalez, Jared McGoon, Paul Owens, and Joshua Belitter, as well as Zachary Woods, are your DNFs here tonight. So almost half the field. It was a race of attrition indeed, but it's Jared Hayes who goes all the ways and finds a victory lane here tonight. See if we can get a award with Jared Hayes. Jared Hayes, you find the yellow brick road and you win the Wendy Joe Memorial 150. Congratulations on your win, and tell us, man, how did you do it?
Thank you so much. Finally, I cracked through and made it. Lap 1, I got tangled up in the very first wreck, and I'm like, okay, with that in mind, I'm gonna go full on tire save strategy, and I just took it real easy. Saved my tires. I didn't take a set of tires until lap 50, and just hoping that it would come into play at the very end. And luckily, I got a caution there with 7 laps to go. I dove in, put my tires on, went back out, and gave it hell. I stood on the throttle all the way, never lifted, and brought it home.
So you're sitting there late in the race. You got an EOL penalty for a choose cone violation. You kind of think, well, that's it. Shot out the window. Then there was that wreck with Madigan and Ramsdale late in the race. You find yourself restarting inside the top 3 to get around Cody Mitchell. This kind of tells about the literal roller coaster of emotions going through your head the last 10 laps.
Yeah, I thought for sure that was it. I was over. And then that last caution came out. I'm like, okay, I still got a shot.
Well, once again, congratulations on your run here tonight. A season high, I'm sure, for you. You're probably on cloud 9, but anybody want to take a moment and thank?
I got to thank my teammates, Jared Magoon, Jared Callan, Devin Lockridge, and of course my girlfriend Sandy for putting up with me playing this all night on Monday nights and not spending time with her. So
Good job of including the significant other there. Well, congratulations, Jared, of Jared Motorsports, and wish you the best of luck here.
and thank you for putting on the broadcast.
Of course, thank you. That's Jared Hayes, tonight's winner, getting the job done, and about time with Jared was able to find victory lane. Everyone was tired of the other J named Joseph, I'm sure. But second place, Cody Mitchell. See if we can get an award with him. I know he's part of that Title Town group. And Cody Mitchell, well, I'm not going to lie. We didn't talk much about you until you're involved in a wreck there early in stage 3, I believe. And you rebounded to the top 5. And you're sitting there with about 10, 15 laps to go. And you find yourself leading the field on the late race restart. Ultimately, you come home second. Tell us a little bit about your race.
Man, I wanted to win that so bad for Wes. Where I'm not in the playoffs, I was just thinking of what strategy I could play to put myself up there to win because I'm fast every week. I just have really bad luck. But I had 2 sets of tires there at the end. I didn't take my first set until the caution there at around, I think, lap 72. And then I took my second set at the next to last caution. And I honestly contemplated pitting with the 8 to go and taking my last set because I knew that there would be a big advantage to fresh tires. But I thought better of it and ended up losing to someone who had the same strategy as me.
But still,
yeah.
You mentioned, you're outside the playoffs and, being tonight's race, the Wendy Joe Memorial, and you mentioned, wanting to win for West, but obviously everyone brings their A game here in the playoffs. To run second means a lot against these guys. And you started off, you had a great qualifying effort there inside the top 10, but ultimately, though, is there anything you think you could have done a little bit differently? You mentioned Jared being on the same strategy there, but is there a moment you think, man, if I would have done this differently, you think you would have been in victory lane here tonight?
I think if I would have pitted there with 8 to go from the lead, I know that's a very, very gutsy move, but I like being on the offense more than I do racing defensively, and I think that's kind of what put me outside the playoffs for this series was racing defensively too much. So I have to get back to that style of offensive racing for next season. But thanks for what you do in the booth, and good luck in your ARCA season. We appreciate you, and hopefully I can get a win before the season's out.
Well, you got a couple races left, so I wish you the best of luck. Anybody else you want to thank sponsor-wise or team-wise?
I like to thank my teammates, Modern Structure, myself at Tim Short Chrysler, and my wife and son Bo for letting me race on Monday nights.
Everyone make sure to thank the significant other. So thank you, Cody, for taking a moment to speak with us, and congratulations on your first podium this season.
Thank you, man.
See if we can get a word of Jordan, our final podium finisher. Of note, all podium finishers not in the playoffs tonight, so definitely a shakeup. And I don't see Jordan. So we'll give him a quick minute, but man, what a crazy night indeed. Jared Hayes leads 4 laps to find victory lane. Cody Mitchell leads 7, a race high for him, and Jordan Berube leads 4. Taking a quick look at that real quick. Jared Hayes this season has only led 11 laps, so hey, you don't have to lead them all, you just got to lead the final one. Also, Hayes able to get the fastest lap of the race. We're not NASCAR, we don't have any bonus points for that, I believe, but still, like I said, bragging rights. These guys brought their A game, and nothing to really look down on if you sit here and beat them while they're in their prime. So it looks like no interview for the 22 of Jordan Ruby, the admin box machine. So we'll go ahead and call the action here tonight from the Tier 1 Truck Series presented by Maconi Setup Shop. And the start of the round of 8 here, the Wendy Joe Memorial 150 at Kansas Speedway. My name is Brayton Laster, calling all the action tonight. Thank you to all of our awesome series and broadcast partners that allow the show to go on, as well as Brett Bullard working the controls as our producer, and the entire Tier 1 racing staff for their time and efforts, as well as all the drivers for putting on a fantastic show tonight. Once again, my name is Brayton Laster, and we'll see everybody next week.